The first meeting of the year for these 48-year-long division rivals will be down in South Florida again December the 15th. New England won the toss and has deferred to be sending the football down to Miami and Tannehill to start. And a last thought from you before kickoff.
Well, you look at the Miami Dolphins. You want to measure yourself against the champions? No doubt. New England, they are the champion. Have they closed the gap? We'll find out.
Gostowski is having a big year. Attempted more field goals and made more than anyone in the league, 18 out of 19, and that's more impressive perhaps, 31 out of 38 touchbacks. Marcus Thigpen would like to have a chance to return one. Coach Philbin hoping that they can get the return game, both kick and punt return teams. He's expecting a little more out of them today. And Gostowski gets this game underway, and this is going to be the 8th one of the year returned against them. Thigpen with the Patriots there, including Ebner, stopping him inside of the 10. Only a 12-year run back, and already Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins start out in very poor field position. Tannehill's first pass last week was a pick six, but he ended up throwing 3 for the Dolphins. First 3 touchdown game of his career. And there is McKinney, starting after being traded over from Baltimore during the week. And Mike Wallace, twice going against New England as a member of the Steelers. He has scored a pair of touchdowns in action against New England in those 2 outings. And they're going to go with a run with Miller, who gets the start and gets met right away by Chris Jones. And a loss of 2. It's a New England defense that has suffered so many injuries. They've got Chandler Jones coming off a 2-sack game. And we'll put him in nickel here with Spikes needing to step up with Mayo out for the year. Of course, Wilfork out for the year. In this secondary, absent Aqib Talib, inactive with a hip injury. So arguably their 3 best defenders are out. 2 are lost for the year. Talib out for the game. And this is Thigpen, and again it's a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. This time it's Spikes. We said he needs to step up, and he does for a loss of 1.
Brandon Spikes, one of the best tacklers in the NFL, diagnoses plays fast, gets inside of Richie Incognito and makes the tackle. Spikes, one of the few players in the whole league that can be an impact player, Jim, just on hitting the person with the football.
The Pats rush defense that has really struggled the last 3 weeks, but making 2 big plays to open the game. 3rd and 13. From the goal line, the pass complete to Hartline, but well short of a first. Brought down by Dinard.
Well, this drive, it started off as a disaster. You catch the football almost on the left sideline, and you have a right return. There's no audible, no change, not able to get across the formation. Backed up, crowd noise is a factor, and a terrible start for the Dolphins.
Brandon Fields leads the NFL in punting average, but he's sending it down to Julian Edelman, who's having a terrific year returning punts and also catching the football. There's a little pressure at the last moment. Collins was in there close. Edelman able to shake off the first tackle, but the Dolphins have that well covered. 52-yard punt. Fields gets the job done. Only a 2-yard return. And here's Tom Brady. Again, as we reported at the start, that throwing hand appears to be swollen. But he threw the ball with, again, tremendous velocity during warm-ups. The offensive line has been intact. This is one part the Patriots have not had to be concerned as far as injuries this year. And LeGarrette Blount gets the first handle and picks up a couple. Now, while New England has lost perhaps its 3 best players, 3 of the best on this defense are a little healthier, including Cameron Wake. Ellerbe was out last week with a shoulder. He's back in the lineup. And Patterson, who had 2 picks in the opening game at Cleveland, he is back. So they have reinforcement on the Miami defense. 2nd and 8. And a little play action. Brady's pass is intercepted. It is intercepted. Stepping right in front of Gronkowski is Patterson.
He saw it all the way that time. Dimitri Patterson played the technique beautifully. Gronkowski loves to go down the field and break out. And watch Patterson trying to go in between. Oh, man, what a move. I thought he went around the other side, Jim. Dimitri Patterson, his strength, very quick, sudden, and that's what it looked like there. Tom Brady said, I got the window. What a break on the football and a beautiful catch.
Fourth straight game that Brady has thrown an interception. Did you notice when he walked to the sideline, he immediately put the throwing hand back inside the hand warmer, just the right hand.
Well, the football was on target, had velocity, just a bad decision.
First and 10 throw, and the Dolphins have a 7-yard hookup to Charles Clay. And Brady.
Yeah, we talked about it, Jim. Maybe the hand we saw was swollen during warm-ups, but just go back. I can tell the football came out of his hand very clean. He threw it exactly where he wanted the football to go, but the defense gave him a lot of credit. Patterson, tremendous break.
2nd and 3, and Miller is going to have the first down as they move it just inside the 30. We met with Ryan Tannehill last night. What did you make out of the second-year quarterback out of Texas A&M?
Well, it's interesting. I always like first year to the next. Not that I judge anything on production meetings, but more outgoing, more talkative, more at ease. And I think he feels, there's no doubt, second year around, you learn a lot that first year and you make adjustments. And he's done some of those things. He just needs more help. And I mean by that, the offensive line.
He's got 3 wideouts. Gibson is the 3rd receiver in here. On first down, we'll call it from the New England 30.
Go!
And it's Miller again, getting to the outside and being shoved out of bounds, but not until he darts for another 7. Maybe 8, pushed out by Dennard. Tannehill, you talk to his coach, and he'll say he's playing much faster and he's more accurate than he was as a rookie. 3 and 3, he got beat, of course, twice last year by the Patriots. Did not throw a touchdown in the 2 games against them. Was picked once. And they got shut out here in the Week 17 game at Gillette.
Go!
2nd and 2. Staying on the ground, and again, stepping up. That's Bolano who got to him first. No gain.
Joe Bolano coming in there because of the injuries up front. We talked about it. You got Tommy Kelly out, Vince Wilfork out for the year. Really a surprise player when you look at Joe Bolano. He's tough, good against the run. I don't know, but it looks like the Dolphins not in sequence with the snap count and firing off the football.
Hey, Leo, to the floor. Hey, deal.
3rd and 2 for Miami.
Running back's pretty close to the quarterback.
Tannehill has his open man, and that is Clay, who he split out wide to the left. The tight end hauls in a 2nd catch on this series. Give him 5 and a first.
Yeah, good job throwing outside. Clay, every team needs a Charles Clay. Tight end, can come out of the backfield, he can block. He's just a versatile player. He can play a lot of different roles. And that time the running back was close because Brandon Spikes was on the blitz, and it was a good blitz pickup by Miller.
Clay, who has caught a touchdown in each of the last 3 games for Miami. 3rd-year man out of Tulsa, and Brady has put a glove on his throwing hand.
Go!
Up the middle. And that's just a gain of 1 with Clay. They hand it off to Clay this time. That's just his 2nd rush attempt of the season. Coach Joe Philbin, this is his 2nd year down in Miami.
Well, 2nd year around, and we talked to him last night. Just the little things he says. He thinks he can relate to the team better, knows them better, and the whole process of coaching your team and the rhythm that you try to get with them has to be better the 2nd time around for Joe Philbin.
2nd and 9. He was wanting to go to Hartline. Instead, swings it over to Miller, and he's down to the 10-yard line. Wrestled down at that point by Arrington. And another 5-yard gain. 3rd down on the way.
That was an outside sweep, really, Jim. Watch Egnew, number 84, gets out front. He's the fullback, blocks Ninkovich, gets him inside. And Tannehill right on the money with the throw to Miller to get those yards.
Watch out for Brandon Gibson down this way. He caught 2 touchdowns last week. He's in a slot to the left. And he's had a huge year on third down catches, every time converting for first. 3rd and 4. Tannehill to play, and he's got a 1st and goal to go at the 2.
Gotta like that matchup when you talk about Charles Clay, an excellent receiver, top of your screen against the safety. Used to be a corner in Devin McCourty, but throw is right on target. Nice look off too. And why is that important? Because the free inside defender can't go running as soon as Tannehill looks to the right to make that throw. So 2nd year, Jim, little experience, good job of looking off the defenders.
And again, they'll go spread here on 1st and goal, just inside the 3.
Reception.
Go on the ground and swap right away by Hightower.
Didn't work. You know, lining up and just saying we're going to hand the football off. It's a big front for the Patriots. I know they're 31st in the NFL against the rush, but you know, you look at some of those guys inside. You know, Chris Jones, Volano, they're still big, hard to move, and especially Brandon Spikes in the middle.
It's a loss of a yard for Miller. And now the 10th play of this drive coming off an interception by Patterson. 2nd and goal. Tannehill throws to the end zone. He was looking for Wallace, and it got knocked down by Arrington.
Really good job by Arrington that time. And watch when Tannehill looks to the left. Watch all of a sudden the company that comes. Dennard, excellent job falling off the inside receiver to help out. But Kyle Arrington's all over that. Those kind of throws to the body or the back hip down on the goal line. That's the best location for slant throws.
3rd and goal. Tannehill rolls out, looks, now throws to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. And it is indeed Brandon Gibson.
What a play, what an adjustment, great job by Ryan Tannehill holding on to the football and making that throw. It's a play they always like to run. They're going to have the slot receiver go in the flat. Clay blocks it, nobody's open, and look at the adjustment and the throw on the run. Ryan Tannehill could do that very well. I think they should do it more. Moving, get him away from the rush.
Gibson coming off the 2-touchdown game last week and has another one today. Extra point is good by Sturgis. All set up by the interception by Dimitri Patterson. And 10 plays later, the Dolphins take it to the end zone. 11 plays, 40 yards. Gibson hauls in the touchdown. Gibson, a free agent signee by way of St. Louis, where he was a teammate of Danny Amendola. And Blunt returns it from the goal line. Nice piece of run. LeGarrette Blunt, who grew up as a Dolphin fan down in Perry, Florida, takes it out to the 30, tackled by the kicker, Sturgis. 30-yard run back. And Brady and company come back onto the field for the 2nd time.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Fruit of the Loop. Start happy. And by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
All right, the Patriots begin the drive at their own 30, down 7. Blunt with a carry for 4 yards.
Jim, let's go look at this touchdown throw. What a job by Tannehill. Look, wants to throw it first. It's covered. Now full sprint. Drops that arm, sidearm. McCourty in his face. What do they say? Never throw across your body. They only say that when you throw an interception. You throw a touchdown, great job.
2nd and 6, and Blunt gets his 3rd carry. This time he's dropped back for a loss of a couple as he was met quickly. It was Olivier Vernon who tackled him. And the Patriots, they got some streaks. It seems like they always got these kind of numbers ratcheting up. 6 straight wins against Miami, 15 straight October home wins, 25 consecutive home wins against AFC teams. In fact, it's a 33 win streak when you got Brady at quarterback. And Here's Brady on third down, and he rifles it down the way, and it's out of bounds. He was looking in the direction of Gronkowski.
That was a throwaway by Tom Brady, and a good throwaway. He knew time was up. They do have good pass rushers on this Miami defensive line, but Gronk going down the field, little double move and double coverage. Deion Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, they say that about him. First-round draft pick, pass rusher, but also can cover down the field.
And out to punt now. Ryan Allen. Big Ben fields it at the 21. And he's across the 30. AFC East. It has been a wild start to the season in this division. And Miami, after winning its first three, dropped 3 straight, but off to a big start today. You came out of your film sessions this week, Phil, and had a game plan if you were coaching Tannehill.
Yeah, that's right. I got all the answers up here, but move the pocket. That will help the offensive line. Get rid of the football quick. He's done that so far here today, and help out the offensive line with different protections. Chip those linemen, keep people in. And the last one I'd really like to see more of, Ryan Tannehill, good athlete. You feel pressure, take off and run, make that defense slow down when they're trying to rush you.
Empties the backfield as Thigpen shifts to the left. On first down, with time, pass deflected, incomplete. And it's off the hands of Mike Wallace.
Well, really good start by Tannehill. Safe throws and getting it out of his hand. Everything quick and short, moving the pocket. Of course, that's got to help. You know, a guy like McKinney just got down there this week, already starting at the left tackle against Chandler Jones. Pretty good pass rusher.
On 2nd and 10. And that is Thomas running for about 3. How about the action over in London? Let's get the update with JB.
Could be a long day for Jacksonville.
Well, with San Francisco's first series, they go 8 plays, 76 yards. Here's Frank Gore right up the middle of that Jacksonville defense. He goes in. 49ers take a 7-0 lead over the Jags.
Back to Foxborough, Jim Nance and Phil Sim.
Phil, it makes you a little homesick. You miss your games at Wembley. We've been there 4 times in the last few years.
Oh, yes, I do. You know I love it.
3rd and 7. Miami was 3 for 3 on 3rd down on the last series. Tannehill with pressure. And over the Hart line for the first. Dinner drags him down.
Well, you know you're going to see some pressure defense from the New England Patriots. What a job here. Hart line across the field. Alfonso Dinner, that is tough to chase behind the receiver going across the field because you're worried about running into receivers on your own team and defensive players of the Patriots.
New set of downs. Out to the 43-yard line.
28, go!
Thomas is the running back. They make it to him. Tannehill. Rolling out, and that's a throwaway. Fantasy football fans, you can check out CBSSports.com Player Challenge. It's a 4-week game with cash prizes in every league. Rules and sign up at CBSSports.com/challenge. Now, Tannehill had time, and that's been the big story about them this year. He's been sacked 26 times through the first 6 games.
Well, that time he had the time, Jim, but they kept the extra blockers in, only sent 2 people out. New England all over both of them. Good job of throwing the football away.
2nd and 10 to the ground. Nice piece of running by Thomas. One wiggle helped him pick up an additional 5, and he's stopped a couple of yards short of the first. They'll give him 9.
I do like the combinations. 84 Agnew in the backfield gets Joe Bolano, and a nice cutback by Thomas. I think Thomas is you hate to label him, but he's the better inside runner. Thicker, a little more powerful. And the other one there, Sims, number 80, kind of taking the place of Anthony Fasano last year. The inline blocker comes from Michigan State. They run a physical offense. He's fitting in great here in Miami.
3rd and 1, and the Dolphins hand it to Thomas, and it's going to be close. Fletcher met him.
You're right, going to be very close. I think if you're Miami, if it's a couple inches, which is all it's going to be, right away you got to say we're going forward on 4th down here. And Joe Philbin upset, got that red flag in his hand. He hates the spot.
First down, Miami.
Oh, he was.
How about 5 out of 5 on third down conversions?
Yeah, just made it. And there's Thomas. Boy, I'll tell you, nice job by Fletcher getting low. Low man usually wins, but he's going forward. And when I originally saw it, it's right in front of us, Jim. I thought he made it probably by at least a half yard. And Joe Philbin, boy,
They didn't get it. Philbin was going to toss that red flag.
he was pretty hot for a guy that usually keeps his cool.
Over to the New England side of the field on first down. And again, Tannehill with time. The pass too high for Gibson.
Well, that was you're hoping for the miracle catch. I hope Gibson's not hurt as he limps off, because I think he's a big part of this passing offense. He threw it high and behind to protect him from the defender in front of him.
Gibson landed awkwardly.
Watch when he comes across. Good job by Tannehill. They pass it off. He saw this last week, and he saw Stephen Gregory coming across.
Immediately looks at his left leg, and the man who caught the Dolphins touchdown slams a helmet down as he gets sent over to the sideline. Rashard Matthews has replaced him in the slot to the left. 2nd and 10. Thomas. That's another nice piece of running on a 2nd and 10 carry. Tomorrow, a great night of comedy on CBS. New episodes of How I Met Your Mother and Two Broke Girls, followed by a special Big Bang Theory and a new mom. It all starts tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, only CBS.
Hold on.
23rd snap coming up for Miami. Only 5 so far for the Patriots. And it's a 3rd and 5. Tannehill knocked out, incomplete. Gregory came over to assist Marquise Cole and denied the completion to Matthews, who had just come in for Gibson.
Playing inside routes, they know the third in this situation. Most teams like to throw short passes over the middle. They dare you to throw it to the sidelines. Miami didn't take the dare.
Only 1 touchback this year on a Fields punt, as Edelman stands back inside of the 10. Fair catch signal. And it's a 30-yard punt. Gets the job done, though, for the Miami side. Patriots will have the football at the 11-yard line when we return in the first quarter.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. And by Verizon. Powerful answers.
Patriots now ready to snap it at the 11.
Wide, 20.
You got Brandon Bolden in at running back.
52's the mic. Right. Wide, 20. Wide, 20.
First down throw is a completion to Edelman for about 7. Well, the Patriot numbers, offensive numbers, have certainly plummeted with all the injuries and inexperience at running back as they go with Bolden about a yard shy of a first. Gibson being transported to the locker room. And they're saying from the bench it is a knee and very doubtful to return.
Yeah, that's a big loss. I know a lot of people go, "Wow, who's he?" Listen, I thought he was a really very good part of their passing group of receivers.
3rd and 1. And the Patriots have their first down with Amendola, with a minute to go in the first quarter.
Look, Jim, this is not the same offense. You saw all those numbers that you showed us. Now trying to get some rhythm. They're going to the hurry up.
Bolden, who's looked good of late. He's got a 7-yard run. throwing behind the likes of Amendola.
Well, the Miami Dolphins, Jim, they talked about this hurry-up offense when they do it. It's usually runs, and you just got to be ready for it. Don't try to be too tricky. Just get lined up.
2nd and 2. Clock running with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. And that's for no gain. It's Blunt with that carry. You looked at all those numbers. You know, the one that counts the most, they're 13 points a game down from a year ago. And ranking 20th in the league. 28th in third down conversion, which they'll face when we start the second quarter. We're through one. 7-0 Miami. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Back here with Phil Simms, Jim Nantz and the crew. 3rd and 2 to start the second quarter.
Good.
Brady from the pocket, and he gets dumped. Sacked back at the 23-yard line by Odrick.
Odrick has been almost spectacular. Very good of late, especially when he's inside rushing the quarterback, number 98. And Tom Brady, they got short routes underneath. Nobody's able to get open, and that's what causes the sack. So the coverage allowed Odrick just that little beat more longer to get to the quarterback, and he gets it done.
So New England managed only 24 yards in that first quarter. Got a flag down as the punt is picked up off the hop by Big Pen, and Ebner's on him. And out of bounds at the 43. We'll check the flag. Walt Anderson will be on to explain it, the referee today. And now they're waving off the flag. No flag. Good starting point coming up for Miami. Odrick with the sack for the Dolphins. Brady and the Patriots to the bench. Miami's offense on the field at the Dolphins' 42.
28, go!
Tannehill down the way to Clay, and over his head on that sack of Brady. Odrick got one extra little contact in after the sack. Watch.
He gets a couple.
Odrick's left knee here.
First he falls flat on him, picks his hands and feet
Here it
up.
comes.
And bam. Yeah, a little Pee Wee Herman by Odrick. That's his thing. And look, you know, Jim, we hear defensive players, they love playing against the, they want to play against the best. That's why they like playing against Tom Brady. And when you get a chance, you want to deliver the message.
2nd and 10. And that's Miller. Good aggressive run. It's going to be enough for a first down. Running behind Deion Sims goes for 11.
Well, we talked about it. When anytime you see a runner in the NFL go outside, it's because you have a good blocking tight end, and Sims gets Collins. Collins can't get away to make the tackle. And Miller in person looks faster than he does on TV. That was easy for him to go right outside and pick up that first down.
Anytime you get a chance to talk up a guy named Sims, I know you're going to do it.
That's right.
1st and 10, and Tannehill. Play action. Now, across the middle, he's got his open man. And that's Miller. Give him 5. See why millions of fans have followed Person of Interest to its new night and time. Don't miss a new episode Tuesday at 10/9 Central, only CBS.
You know, look at this Dolphins offense. They're doing a wonderful job. When Tannehill holds the football, they have the extra blockers in. When they get rid of it quick, that's when they send them out.
First snap coming in on that defensive front for New England.
28!
Andre Carter, number 96, just signed this week. 2nd and 5. And within a yard of a first, and was Miller colliding with Hightower. Got another update on the Niners and the Jags, JB.
Kaepernick's dangerous legs.
Well, here's a play only Bill Parcells would call if he were mad at Phil Simms. 12 yards around the corner goes Colin Kaepernick in for touchdown number 2 on the day for the 49ers. They lead 14-0 over in London.
Well, then he must have caught a lot of those plays in, huh? Jim Nantz
Probably.
and Phil Simms.
I'll tell you, the teams from Florida, Jacksonville and Tampa, both winless. The last win out of the Sunshine State, the Dolphins. Back on September 22nd, they're trying to pick up a first here. Just needed a yard. They go with Miller. He's going to be about a foot short. And now a big decision coming up for Joe Philbin.
Yeah, this is an easy one. They're short. Ask for a measurement because you always want to see it. They're getting that done. And now you start thinking about what's the play we're going to run. And I'm almost positive he'll go for it here. You got him down 7-0. It's inside the 40. Punting the football doesn't make sense in my eyes. Too long for a field goal try. Even though they're downwind right now.
Yep, indeed, about a foot away. You think about your situation here. You come in here having lost 3 straight.
Right.
You've already got 7 on the board on the road, and you've had 3 possessions. All 3 have been to the New England side of the field.
Yeah, it's everything is there for them too, Jim. They've been aggressive in their decision making and the play calls. I think so far their defense is really turning into what I think it will be, and their defense should be outstanding, the Miami Dolphins. But here's a chance to really get the Patriots in a hole. You got to take advantage of it.
They bring in Thomas at running back, more powerful of the 2. Agnew is lined up as the fullback, 4th and a foot.
They got everybody inside.
Go, go!
It's Thomas, easily has the first, and inside the 30 and down to the 23 of the Patriots.
Beautiful job by Thomas. That run was supposed to go off tackle, but he immediately saw that there was a hole inside. John Jerry, 74. How about that block? Milano cannot get off. Can't get off the block. It allows Thomas to get big yards. Look at it, big gaping hole. I guess there's no doubt. There's a reason why the Patriots, hard to even believe it, 31st in the NFL against the rush. That
went for 15. And now from the New England 23. Tannehill. Time in the pocket. And he's got Agnew. Backup tight end with only his 2nd catch of the season. And they're going to spot it at about the 12. It's going to be good for a first down.
5 wide receivers. 3 rushers. You got extra defenders to stop the pass, and wide open is 84 Agnew. What a difference in seeing this guy from last year, how he played, to what I've seen so far this year. More physical, more sure of what he's doing.
Go, go!
Better player.
First down from the 12 with Thomas. Taking it close to the 8. You know, it's been with this fast start, the early interception, only the 3rd time in Brady's career his first pass was picked. And then the Dolphins score. They have taken the crowd out of it. Very flat here at Gillette Stadium.
Well, what has there been to cheer about? So the crowd's not going to get emotional and get behind their football team. And it's special moments, but you got to make plays, the Patriots do, before the crowd is going to start getting loud.
2nd and 6. And it's Thomas again. And a flag comes in. Thomas, who stopped about 2 or 3 yards short of the first. And now we'll hear from Walt Anderson.
There is no foul for offensive holding. It's 3rd down.
Well, 3rd down has gone Miami's way so far in this game. Almost every time. 3rd and 3, ball is spotted at the 5. Already with 22 plays on the New England side of the field.
No. Go!
Fake to Hartline. The throw is caught for a touchdown. It's Daniel Thomas.
Yeah, Mike Sherman pulled out one of those plays that he ran down at Texas A&M. Very good deception. I think that's what you always need inside the 10. Fake the sweep going one way, fullback comes under, or the running back the opposite direction. And Tannehill, look at the fake sweep. Thomas going across, not wide open, and Tannehill makes a very accurate pinpoint throw.
2nd touchdown pass by Tannehill. Both touchdowns coming on third down. How do you figure this league? Last week, Miami was down 14-0 early at home to Buffalo, and now on the road at New England is the Dolphins up 14-0. And there was a flag thrown, by the way, on the point after attempt.
Illegal hands to the face, number 68, offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. We'll retry.
Sturgis will have to earn the point again. It's called on Richie Incognito.
Number 68. In the middle, hard to see, so many people in there.
John Denny will snap it back to Fields. And from 30 yards back, point after is good. And another flag is down.
That could be roughing the kicker.
Running into the kicker, number 25, defense. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The try is good.
Called on Arrington. $14-0 Miami. 10-play drive by the Dolphins that covered 58 yards, and another third down touchdown throw by Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, good job, good design, good deception on the touchdown throw, but the Dolphins have, I hate the phrase, but they've managed the game wonderfully so far. Quick throws, keeping the third down situation short, and they're getting it done.
Good kick by Sturgis. And Brady will begin at the 20, down 2 touchdowns.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Surface, the one device for everything in your life. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Ford. Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more.
Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife.
Well, Jim, so far we talked about Tom Brady's hand in the opening of the game. When you watch all the throws so far today, can't tell there's any difference. Like you said earlier, throwing it with power, pass rush, and receivers not getting open down the field. That's been his biggest problem.
When you go back to the Jets game and factor in also the minutes during overtime, Patriots have not scored a touchdown in over 65 minutes of game action. Stephen Ridley, who did not get to start today, in for the first time and gets the handle for 4.
Going against the tough defensive line, I think, the Miami Dolphins. I said a little bit earlier, when you look on paper who's up there for the Dolphins at all levels, defensive line, linebackers, safeties, and corners, to me, they look like they could be a top 5 defense in the NFL.
Second and 6. And it's Ridley again with a nice move. That cut got him the first down and picked up about 7.
Yeah, you want to get reestablished what you're going to do in the game. Do it with power. So you go to the left side where you got Logan Mankins and Nate Solder. They'll help you get that rhythm going. But that time Devlin, nice block by him to allow Ridley to get up inside.
On 1st and 10, set up screen to Bolden for another 5. So Patriots trying to find a rhythm. They have not completed a pass to this point to Gronkowski after he had 8 catches on 17 targets last week in his return game. He's on a wing to the right is Gronk. 2nd and 5. Brady looks for him. Got it this time. There's that first catch. And he's about a foot shy of a first.
Well, you can see it's not working just lining up and butting heads with this Dolphins defense. So you do it with the hurry up, the quick snaps, the short throws. Got them a first down, and they're 3rd and short here.
To the line, Brady. Give it to Bolden outside, and where will they spot the football? He's got the first.
Forward progress, good tackle on the outside for Rashad Jones. Safeties
Grimes
are good.
Yep. But Bolden's got the first, and the Patriots picking up a couple of first downs on this series. They bring in James Devlin at fullback.
59! Wait,
And that'll draw a flag for a false start.
False start, number 11, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, Jim, look at this defense. So far today, you can't believe these numbers to the right where they rank. Nothing really, well, all of it's subpar as you look at the NFL and what they've done. But you talked about it too. They got Dimitri Patterson back, Cameron Wake, Donnell Ellerby. You get those kind of players, everybody else should pick up the performance on the defensive side.
Yeah, they're healthier today than they've been in a long time. First and 15. And Ridley. And Wheeler came up to finish it off after Starks got hold of first. And it looks like Sebastian Vollmer.
Boy, you could hear him yelling.
Yeah, you could. Sebastian Vollmer, the starting right tackle for the Patriots. They're putting an air cast on the right leg of Sebastian Vollmer. He got rolled up on that running play. And the fifth-year lineman out of the University of Houston, you could hear it. You could hear him screaming pain.
Number 76 right in the middle.
Starks just unwittingly rolls up behind him. We've already seen Gibson go out with a knee injury on the Miami side. And now Vollmer, as the injuries continue to mount in the league. Seems like at an all-time high. We'll be right back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by T. Rowe Price, understanding the connections of a complex global economy. Invest with confidence.
We're back to action at Gillette Stadium as Vollmer was carted to the locker room. Marcus Cannon has come in at right tackle for him. And it's a second and 13 for the Patriots.
Paul Soliai, a little quick. Jim, just to go back to what you said about injuries. Guys on the field willing to play so hard.
Encroachment, number 96, defense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And they just take it to the limit. Look, the jobs are precious. People want them. There's somebody behind you that'll go harder. So players, they just lay it on the line. And we've seen two unfortunate injuries here today, but just aggressive men.
Second and 8. Great drop back and a little toss. It is Holden. And the Dolphins close in on him quickly. Hold him to 2 yards. It'll be third and about 6 on the way for New England. Patriots have not had a play longer than 8 yards so far in this game.
Jim, they're trying to take it's really the same playbook that Miami had. Get rid of the football quick, a lot of short passes. And now with the right tackle out, you got to be even more careful, I think, about Tom Brady holding the football.
Austin Colley is in at receiver down bottom of your screen, former member of the Colts. And Brady looks down the field and throws, and nearly intercepted again, but a flag is out. Gronkowski had 3 Miami players in the area, and Jimmy Wilson was the one.
I'm trying to see what could they have seen if it was holding, but everybody broke for the ball.
Pass interference, number 27, defense. First down.
It's on Wilson.
Remember, everybody has a right to go to the football. Goes down the field. Oh my gosh.
How is that interference?
That is awful, awful call. And that flag didn't come from the back judge. It came away from the sideline. How could you have seen it? Got to overcome tough plays.
Boy, that's a 21-yard penalty. And just when you think Miami might be getting the ball back, up 14-0, instead the Patriots are inside the Dolphins 30 for the first time. Second and 5, Ridley. And and Lyle gets pushed. Might be pushed enough for the first.
You know, going back to that pass interference, I was just going to say, what a play by Wilson, going in front of the receiver, playing it exactly the right way, not touching, not pulling. But look, everybody has a different view. I understand that.
Well, you said it. I mean, he has just as much right to the football as Gronkowski. It appeared to both get there at about the same time, and Wilson just had made it what looked like an alert play to cut in front of him. First and 10 from the gun. Over to Amendola. And that's a short game. We'll give him 5 yards.
Well, Danny Amendola back this week. They're excited about it. He's a slot receiver. Quick. Told us yesterday or Friday, fresh legs, feels good.
That was his second catch, 2nd and 5. And Bolden. Starks and others are there. 3rd and 3 coming up for New England. The Patriots have brought in Will Spitek on that offensive line. Number 74. 3rd and 2. Bolden. Brady fell to the ground after the exchange. And the Dolphins defense makes the stop. A loss of 1.
Got to make the handoffs clean. Give the running back. Well, he gets tripped by Logan Mankins on the other side. So Tom Brady gave the running back plenty of space to see what was going on. Logan Mankins comes across so quick, runs over Tom Brady.
And Odrick was coming in there so quick, he was pushing Mankins. 34-yard field goal attempt coming up from Gostowski. 18 of 19 on the year. And New England puts points on the board with 3:43 to go in the first half. 14-3 Dolphins. Gostowski good from 34 yards out at the end of a 64-yard drive, aided by
pass interference.
Pass interference call.
But, you know, let's give the Dolphins defense again a lot of credit. They had a bad call goal against them. Nothing you can do about it. You got to recover. This game is, and we know it, everybody knows it, it is nothing but adversity when you play football in the NFL, and you just got to learn to overcome.
There's Thigpen, who had a punt and kick return last year for touchdowns. Up the middle, a small seam, flag thrown in the middle of the field. The run back was only to the 16. And again, Ebner, who's made plays on special teams today, makes another one here.
Jim, twice. You're a left return, and he caught the football in the right corner of the end zone. It's hard enough if you go straight ahead to get to the 20-yard line, to go all the way across the field. He made a really good return, and what did he get? The 16. Doing a lot of coaching today.
Illegal hands to the face, number 59 of the receiving team. Still first down.
Called on Ellerby, and again, that'll put the Dolphins back inside of the 10.
Correction. The illegal hands was 59 of the kicking team.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty, first down.
Called on Chris White of the Patriots. That changes things. Spot the ball at the 21. Hey, a big congrats to our man Lance Barrow, our coordinating producer of the NFL and the PGA Tour on CBS. He goes into the Texas Golf Hall of Fame Monday night down in San Antonio. It was a great ceremony. He joins the likes of Byron Nelson and Ben Hogan.
Well, it's a great honor.
As Miller has a first down.
First off, it's a great honor for Lance Barrow, and I must admit, that was really a great-looking trophy,
That's
too.
an awesome trophy, I'm telling you.
He can put that in his room with all the helmets that he collects from every football team in America, college, high school.
And that's for, of course, his contributions.
Yes.
Like producing the Masters as he has for so many years. And here, look, the Patriots against this offense, forcing the punt 2 times. 2 touchdowns, though, by the Miami side with 3 minutes to go in the half. And there's another nice open lane. All the way to the 50 goes Miller. And Charles Clay really opened up that side. That's 18.
Well, watch what they do to the right side. Joe Villano just gets driven down to the inside, and Ninkovich, Clay, Charles Clay, kind of receiving tight end, shows that he can block with the best of them too. What a good group. It's a nice, solid group of tight ends the Dolphins have. The 3 of them together just accomplish everything you want to do in an NFL game from the offensive side.
How about 92 yards on the ground here in the first half by the Dolphins, who have a new set of downs at the 50. All 3 timeouts as well. And another good gainer. Goes for 6. Miller.
Well, they're getting blocked, and the linebackers can't even attack the line of scrimmage for the New England Patriots. That time, Dante Hightower's just standing there waiting, and they give up 6 yards.
We'll have 2nd and 4 on the other side of the 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Be interesting to see how the Dolphins, who have dominated this first half, play out these last 2 minutes with their full allotment of timeouts. 2nd and 4.
Hey, right here, lead 55, lead 55. Go.
Tannehill. And that is Juarez with his first catch of the game. Good for a first.
Well, you look at this game so far, you got to give a lot of credit to what the coaches of the Miami Dolphins are doing. They're protecting their quarterback with the style of game they're calling, and Bryant McKinney, haven't heard a peep from anybody rushing from the left side for the New England Patriots so far in this game.
Yeah, you're talking about a quarterback that had been knocked down 26 times, sacked 26 times. That's why they went out and picked up McKinney this week. 1st and 10. Another nice piece of running by Miller. And Carter, who hit him first.
And you know, you got to admit, it's a defensive front for the Patriots that is not close to what they probably started the year as. But that's, hey, you got to play with what you got. And the Miami Dolphins, their offensive line, so far, taking advantage of it and absolutely winning the battle up front.
2nd and 6. This time the Patriots are in on them like they were at the start of the game. Only a yard for Miller. And again, the Verizon halftime report coming up. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Power. The Niners now up 28-0. I'll have a few highlights from London. Michael Vick's been injured in that game against the Giants. All that information coming up on the Verizon halftime report. 3rd and 5 inside of a minute. They'll be trying to draw the Patriots off, and now they'll take the timeout.
Yeah, good job. Even though your defense has stopped Tom Brady, you don't want to give him time on the clock in case you have to go for a long field goal, get sacked, whatever. So that was an excellent job. Joe Philbin looked out at Ryan Tannehill and said, just let the play clock come down. And he called the timeout with 1 second to go.
What have you seen out of the quarterbacks in this first half, Phil?
Well, Tom Brady really can't say anything. Hadn't had a chance to do much. 6 of 8 for 25 yards. Again, I'm going to give credit to the defense. They're covering the receivers, and they're worried about the pass rush. You can't hold the football long. And the numbers, 11 of 17, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's played better than those numbers. Even more.
3rd and 5.
Hey, 23. Hey, we got 52 with you, 52. Go.
Tannehill again with time, down to Clay, and he had his hands on it, but could not hold on. McCourty on the coverage.
Boy, they went for it. They went for the touchdown, trying to just score. They're going to be a little out and up. And nice job by McCourty. Just stays right with him.
Pretty good throw by Tannehill.
Yeah, the throw's on right on line. Charles Clay, you got to keep your hands in, run through the football. Jimmy reaches out so early, it slowed him down.
Beat a 52-yard field goal try by the rookie Caleb Sturgis, who's missed his last 2 from 50 and beyond. Sturgis' kick this time, the wind influencing it, but it is good. That ball was shifting.
Yeah, it was moving. But that's why Joe Philbin let the clock run down just in case they didn't pick up the third down. A great strategy, worked out really well. You can see it. Look at that thing sliding to the right. It is downwind. As you look at the flags on top of the goalposts, they're going to the right side just a little bit.
Sturgis good from 52. And now just a half minute to go in the first half. Get inside the mind of a quarterback as Phil and Rich Gannon, Steve Berline, and Adam Shine are on NFL Monday QB tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern Time. CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
You told me you like to watch that show because you love it when Adam Shine yells at us. Because you really want to yell at me, so he's like your alter ego. Is that right?
I've actually phoned that one in and given him the green light.
Okay.
Adam's the man. Brady with 25 passing yards.
That's another good little drive too, Jim, by this Miami Dolphins team, controlling the tempo, the game, the number of plays, the time off the clock.
The 25 yards passing by Brady, that if that was to hold up as the number, that would be the third fewest his career in first half action. They'll try to do something with it with 3 timeouts. 30 seconds. And Sturgis ensures that they will start from the 20. Bob Kraft in his 20th year of ownership, and Gillette has been sold out every home game in his tenure. There's Jonathan Kraft, the president of the New England Patriots, and Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins. Has to like what he's been seeing here today.
Oh yeah, really just it's amazing, isn't it? You watch the league. I watched the Dolphins play a few times this year, and I said, boy, they just can't put it together, even though they got off to that 3-0 start these last couple of weeks.
Crowd is not happy about that decision, as Patriots will take it to the locker room down 14 with 59 total yards in the first half.
They did the right thing. That was one of the best decisions the Patriots made all day. Take a knee, don't take a chance, get in at halftime, and regroup and get the team ready to fight in the second half. They're lucky it's only 17-3.
17-3 it is. Dolphins will be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Set for the start of the third quarter with Miami leading it 17-3. This season, Pepsi invites NFL fans to show love for their team by asking, are you fan enough? Pepsi, the official soft drink of the NFL. And we were just looking out from our perch here, and you even made an observation about the way the Dolphins ran back out into the field here. From the locker room at halftime.
Come out meaning business. Don't let this advantage just go away because you get a little lackadaisical. Are we surprised by the first half? I'm shocked. Let's be honest, because I thought the Patriots losing to the Jets, coming up here, getting receivers healthy, ready to go. I thought the Dolphins were walking into a really, really tough situation. Well, we were wrong.
And again, the Dolphins were struggling coming here with 3 consecutive losses, 2 of them at home.
Well, I'll just say this. Game plans, coaching is, to me, the most important thing in the NFL. You have to come up with a plan that gives your players a chance to have success. They have done that on both sides, especially on the offensive side, and they fixed a major problem. Their offensive line, it performed very well in the first half.
As Brady warms up, having gone 6 out of 8 in that first half for 25 yards And Blood up to the 10 to field it. And twisted down at about the 28 by Deion Jordan. Yeah, this first half, Tannehill with 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Gibson, 1 to Thomas. Brady intercepted on his first throw by Patterson. And there might be some Miami people who are saying, wait a minute, this is a little familiar, because 2 years ago Miami was up 17 at halftime, and the Patriots came back to win here 27-24. And they're hoping history doesn't repeat, as that pass was intended for Dobson. Fewest passing yards in the first half since all the way back in 2003.
Well, you look at that last pass. Tom Brady, single coverage outside. Aaron Dobson not open against Brent Grimes. Boomer Esiason talked about it at halftime. Man-to-man, you got to take advantage of outside play.
Well, Brady stumbles and gets hit when he throws it as he tried to recover. And he got hit by Philip Wheeler.
Being aggressive. I don't know what happened, why he stumbled. Oh, they hit feet. Stephen Ridley, running backs going to pick up blitzers. They cut it too close to the quarterback, and that time they brush feet. Tom Brady goes down, and they waste the play.
And the third quarter has been problematic for New England all this season. 3rd and 10. They've not scored a touchdown in the third quarter all year, New England. And Brady is decked for the second time today. And it's Odrick in on him for the second time.
Boy, I'll tell you, listen, you talk about Cameron Wake, you look at him, Vernon's a good outside rusher, but Odrick, 98, coming from the left side inside and just runs it over, gets past Logan Mankins. And Tom Brady, no chance to throw it away or do anything.
It's a loss of 7. And the Miami defense comes right out, forces 3 plays and a punt. Low snap, but Allen able to get it away to Big Pen. He's already raced across the 40 and into a pile that includes Ebner and Fletcher at the 43. So about a 13-yard run back after a 51-yard boot.
You know, you look at this team and you look at this game, the one thing that you want to take for granted is the offensive line of the New England Patriots. That's the strongest unit on this team, and when they start breaking down, that's going to affect everybody, and it has here today.
And it wasn't Marcus Cannon's fault, but remember, Cannon has had to come in because Vollmer went out with a leg injury in that first half. It looks serious.
28, go!
Coming out throwing, Tannehill, up on line, and Dennard gets him by the ankles, but not until the pass play picks up about 6.
Nice drive starter. I love that. That's the one thing I think that when you talk about quarterbacks, no matter who they are, Jim, if it's Young, Tom Brady, or Tannehill, get them off to good starts. That time, 3-step drop, throw it outside, pick up 7 to 8 yards. Awesome job by Mike Sherman.
Yeah, Mike Sherman calling a good game plan so far. They have not given the football away once, and they have not had their quarterback sacked once. 2nd and 4. And delayed to give. Good for another first with Miller, like we saw so often in the first half.
A good point for the offensive line. That time you saw Miller and how much time he took behind just waiting. So that tells you the defensive linemen of the Patriots cannot get off the blocks to make the tackle near the line of scrimmage.
Miami's already rushed for 108 yards in this game.
4 down. Wow, 55, Roy. Hey, Wales. Go.
First down from the Patriots, 46. And with 2 players around him, the catch is made by Clay. Spikes and Ninkovich were the 2 defenders.
Jim, we talked a lot about the offensive line of the Miami Dolphins. Chandler Jones, I thought he'd be a force in today's game going against Bryant McKinney, but look at McKinney. What stands out there, yes, he's doing a good job, but he's a giant among big people. And that's a great quality he has. If you don't beat him quick,
4 down.
almost
Hey,
impossible to get around him
Leo.
because of his size and natural strength.
That's 6'8", 364,
Roll.
McKinney.
Remember what he did for Baltimore's offensive line late last year.
2nd and 4. Setting up screen. There's open field. One player there to defend it. Dinner. And Miller able to pick up another Miami first at the 27.
Got to stay on the attack if you're the Miami Dolphins. They are doing it. That time the fake speed sweep, and it's no looking downfield. Throw it to the running back and another first down.
And good for 13.
You know, they're not locking in to one style of offense. Quick throws, shotgun, hand it off, some screens, some quick throws like that. Well orchestrated.
Go, go!
On first down, the end around with Wallace. And Wallace slips through a tackle and gets to the 19. Finally taken down by Chandler Jones. He was able to get past Dinner. Of course, the Patriots saw a 12-game division win streak end last week against the Jets. They have not lost back-to-back division games since 2006, when it was a Jets-Miami combination back then.
Well, one thing, if you're the Miami Dolphins, and everybody does against the Patriots, look for the tight end, running backs. They've done a good job today because you're going against big linebackers.
2nd and 2, empty backfield.
Go.
Tannehill down the field, and Wallace tried to turn around and make the catch and could not hold on.
Clever idea, but it's no way to get the safety out of it. The inside receiver is going to go up, but since the receiver Sims goes outside, there's nobody for Gregory to look for down the field. So Tannehill, again, you got to throw it there to why? To protect your receiver. You lead him up the field, Gregory is going to hit him hard.
3rd and 2.
Okay.
7th play of this drive. They're coming in on him, Ninkovich. And finished off by Hightower at the 30.
Not surprised by that call. That time they come with the blitz inside the cross, what we see from the Steelers all the time. When your plan's not working, you got to change up. That time they did. The Pats defense, and they get the sack.
First sack of the day for New England. And it sets up another field goal attempt by Sturgis.
Into the wind.
46 yards.
Not strong, but I'd say close to 10 miles an hour.
He's made that 52-yard downwind kick before the half. And will the wind help him again? No! It hits the upright. No good. From 46. And a chance to go up 3 scores. Opportunity denied. We saw Sturgis play with the wind going in the other direction at the end of the first half accurately, and I think that's exactly where you wanted to put it, out on that right side, but the wind
didn't help him.
Ridley busted out past the 50 and down to the 40. Nate Solder and Kenbrell Tompkins with big blocks for 24, longest play of the game for New England.
Yeah, right. Nice cutback that time. And Wheeler misses the tackle, and Ridley seems like it gets faster every year.
And a quick play here as Brady throws it outside to Edelman for no gain. Before that 24-yard run, the longest play of the day for the Patriots had been 8 yards.
I will say this, all the quick snaps by the Patriots last year destroyed defenses. And when you watch them this year, defenses are ready. They're not getting those cheap yards out of it.
And Patterson, who had that early game interception and was injured earlier in this year after picking up Brandon Whedon week 1 twice, missed a lot of time because of a groin injury. He is shaken up. And we'll take a brief timeout here. 9.5 to go, 3rd quarter.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Quicken Loans, for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze. And by Acura. Discover more about the Acura RLX at acura.com/RLX.
Little autumn harvest as Patterson goes to the bench. He got kicked in the back of the head here. Actually, the forearm of Edelman bashing into the back of the helmet. The Sturgis kick. You too thought that's exactly where he wanted to set it.
Well, you can tell by the sound and everything, Jim, that he just hit it exactly the way he wanted to. You saw the flag on top of the goalpost. It kind of died down just before he kicked the football.
2nd and 10 for New England from the Miami 41. And a fake to Bolden and down the field to go. Gronkowski inside the 20 and tackled at the 17.
They loved that play. That time Tom Brady had space and time to throw it down the field, and Gronkowski all the way across, wide open.
Picks up 23 and they hurry to the line with Bolden. And another 4.
I don't know what it is when they go to the hurry up. It's like the Patriot linemen. They get this surge of power and they block better going that way. That time they just pushed the Dolphins defense right down the line and got the extra yards.
Holly to the right, Dobson to the left, and now they shift out Bolden. Far right. 2nd and 6. Brady with pressure, gets it away to the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Aaron Dobson. 2nd and 6. Brady with pressure, gets it away to the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Aaron Dobson. Brady unloaded it just in time as Philip Wheeler was taking aim at him.
What a drive after the missed field goal. A little stop and go by Dobson. And he gets Nolan to bite on it.
Yeah,
wide
Nolan.
open. And you're right, Tom Brady just gets rid of it before Philip Wheeler gets there.
And it was Carroll they took advantage of, who had just come in for Patterson.
Right, Nolan Carroll.
Just coming in. Nolan Carroll gets beat on the touchdown to Dobson, the rookie out of Marshall. And the extra point is good. And it's 17-10 now, Miami. 64-yard drive ending up with a Brady touchdown to Dobson. Tom Brady is now 4th alone on the all-time touchdown list by quarterbacks behind Favre, Manning, Marino. He came in tied for 4th with Fran Tarkington. Number 343.
Well, that'll get the crowd going here. Now the Dolphins going to fight the emotion of the defense of the Patriots and the crowd.
Yeah, it'll be a touchback. That is the first third quarter touchdown of the year by the Patriots.
Well, Jim, let's look at the touchdown and how it happened. Patterson comes out. First off, Philip Wheeler is going to come all the way around and blitz, but what's the double move on top that allows Tom Brady to get the touchdown? You see Wheeler, here he comes, flying around, untouched. Tom Brady falls back. Wide open receiver allows him to get the touchdown throw. Did they call that because Patterson went out? Absolutely. Took advantage of Carroll coming in and taking Patterson's place.
10-point swing after a missed field goal at the other end. First down running play. Thomas, he's got 3. With NFL Mobile's free trial, get 30 minutes of free live video access to exclusive premium content on your smartphone. Now through October 29th, go to NFL.com/mobile to learn more.
It's amazing, isn't it? The missed field goal, the good field position. Stephen Ridley's run just got it going in the right direction for the Patriots. And Tom Brady made a couple of good throws to put him back in the game.
And that touchdown drought had gone to over 81 minutes for the Patriots until they scored. Coming in and a fumble recovered by New England, and it's Ninkovich taking it in for the touchdown. Logan Ryan, the rookie, knocked it loose. And in a matter of seconds, the Patriots may have tied this game with a second touchdown.
The ruling on the field is a fumble by the quarterback, recovered by the defense. He was down by contact at the 13-yard line. First down.
So they roll him down. Ninkovich at the 13. Logan Ryan set the whole thing up. The man who had a pick 6 last week.
Yeah, it had to be a blown assignment. They're up in there. It's a quick pass. And that time, they did get touched by Incognito, it looks like, Jim. But here comes the blitzer from the backside. That's Logan Ryan who does it, causes the fumble. And Ryan Tannehill, you have to see the unblocked blitzer coming from the outside. He did not.
Look at Ninkovich ball hawking. Let's see how fast he's touched. Well, from the other side, Incognito comes in and had made contact just before that.
That's right.
And from the 13, it's Ridley to the 10. So for a moment, it looked like 2 touchdowns in a 45-second span.
Well, that time it was a free runner at the quarterback. We saw it down there, Jim, 3rd and 2. The Patriots came with the blitz. They got the sack. That time they came with another blitz. I'm sure at halftime they said, let's start blitzing the quarterback more and put him under pressure. It's worked here in the second half.
And it's a 2nd and 7. As Brady looks left, now right. Goes across middle. Amendola down at the 1. Tackled by Jimmy Wilson.
Good read by Tom Brady. Look left, the 2 receivers, both covered. Amendola came all the way across the formations and went back, and Tom Brady found him.
And again, Patriots hurry to the line. It's Bolden outside and in for the touchdown.
Look, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the hurry up when they get close to the goal line. So you're not thinking, you're unsettled or rattled. And that time, the Dolphins, nobody outside to take the run. They talked about it last night, Jim. Who's got force on the outside? Wow, what a block. Was that Gronkowski who just drove his guy 5 yards back in the end zone?
This game completely turning around after the missed field goal. 2 touchdowns in a 1 and 46-second span. They had not scored a 3rd quarter touchdown all season long. They have 2 today to come back from 14 down to tie it at 17.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. And by Acura. Meet the extremely new 2014 MDX at Acura.com/MDX.
Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife.
How about that? Bad first series by the Patriots offense. And you think, oh my gosh, the Dolphins have this game, but you said it, Jim, the missed field goal seemed to give them just enough energy and momentum.
On a drive where Miami was deep in New England territory and had a 2nd and 2. Gostowski angles that one and long and through the back of the end zone and another touchback. Who was responsible for the sack?
Well, it's going to be hard. Not going to blame. Here's Bryant McKinney. Here comes on the outside Logan Ryan. Now the blitzes are all coming. The running back steps up. So it tells me they probably made a mistake not fanning out. In other words, McKinney probably had him, but he runs inside with Chandler Jones. Nobody on the outside to get Logan Ryan.
2nd sack in this quarter.
Don't forget, he's only been there a week.
As Miller is pushed back by Chandler Jones for a loss. And Tannehill. You know, that's now 12 turnovers he's responsible for on the season. All these fumbles you see. That's week 4. And that's last week.
You see the ones, and the one today, you see the ones where he is throwing. Not much you can do there, but some of the other ones, you got to put 2 hands on it, keep it to the chest at all times.
7 picks and 5 lost fumbles on the year. 2nd and 11. The middle, and a nice catch. And that's Matthews.
That was huge. That was good protection against the blitz in a pinpoint perfect throw. How about that pickup? Dante Hightower coming through, and Logan Ryan all over Matthews that time. It's tight. Never sees the football. Good throw by Tannehill.
Rashard Matthews, second-year player from Nevada, drafted in the 7th round last year. That was Miami's longest play of the day. It went for 20.
Down.
Patriots just lining up, showing blitz.
And Tannehill rifles it. Knocked down by Arrington. They're trying to thread it in to Wallace.
Trying to throw the back shoulder throw, top of your screen. He's not open, so he tries to bring him back to the football. What a job by Arrington. Well, this is where time will maybe take care of that timing, the throw between Tannehill and Wallace. Little juggle on the snap, but a good job of looking it off and throwing a line drive at Wallace.
2nd and 10. Back to the shotgun. Hard line. Incomplete. Dennard on the coverage.
Good coverage up the field, and I've seen this with many quarterbacks in the league. It takes a while to learn to throw these back shoulder throws. Once you get the hang of it, we saw Joe Flacco, who can never do it, Jim, and all of a sudden during the season 2 years ago they became great at it. So big down here. Crowd noise. Will you see another blitz?
I know this, the pass protection's been breaking down in this quarter for Miami. 3rd and 10. Got time on this one. Back to Matthews, and they say incomplete. They say he was out of bounds.
Yes, he didn't get his feet down.
Well, he made some catch right over Logan Ryan.
And really, Matthews, the angle, is a body part get in the bounds? Let's see.
I think this is going to draw a red flag, because if he has possession, the left foot's down.
Yep, got to get the right foot down. That's close. Couldn't tell there.
Joe Philbin has not lost a challenge this year. He's 3 for 3. And he is not going to throw the challenge flag here. They bring out Brandon Fields.
That was another blitz. That time Bryant McKinney did fan out and get the blitzer, Jim.
At the 31. 37-yard punt, 8-yard return. Pushed out by Daniel Thomas. And now New England will come onto the field, having come back from 14 down to tie it at 17. Back here with this AFC East matchup. New England and Miami. Dimitri Patterson is back in the secondary for the Dolphins. 1st and 10 throw, and it's incomplete. One hop into Amendola. Tonight on 60 Minutes, the attack in Benghazi. What really happened? Lara Logan with a year-long investigation on 60 Minutes tonight, only CBS.
It's amazing, isn't it? You can't believe these are the two same teams we watched in the first half. But New England, you go in that locker room, you talk to yourself, have the coaches yell at you, and you come out with a little bit of a different plan, especially on the defensive side. It's made the difference.
At 2nd and 10, Ridley. And he gallops out to about the 38. He had a 2-touchdown performance, did Ridley, in the last matchup against Miami, which was the final game of the regular season 2012.
I mean, you look at Stephen Ridley, he's kind of the unsung hero, I think, when you look at this offense. And I meant what I said early in the first half, that it looks like he gets faster every year that he's been in the NFL.
Did not play the entire first quarter, now up to 8 carries, 56. 3rd and 3, and Brady flings it. And ruled incomplete. Knocked down by Patterson. Boy, the Dolphins missed him on that one throw.
Yeah, they did. He's back in there, and this Tompkins, a rookie, Hard to sell a person like Dimitri Patterson has seen so many routes, and he can read the body, especially of a young receiver like Tompkins.
Ryan Allen to punt it. Yet another left-footed punter for Bill Belichick. It's always been his preference.
Quite a few of them now in the NFL.
Yeah, Allen beating out Mesco in camp. Rookie from Louisiana Tech sends a spiral down. A 50-yard punt it is, and a fair catch by Thigpen. Speaking of rivalries, next Saturday, the Home Depot SEC on CBS will bring you Georgia, Florida. That great tradition. The hoopla begins with college football today. That's next weekend on CBS. In fact, that's on Phil Simms' birthday next Saturday. Happy birthday there to your partner.
Really?
Is it really?
Well, you got me all, me all excited now. I know you're thinking about the gift. And
I'll be with you.
I just want you to know I like cash.
Yeah, you like to re-gift.
I like cash. Yeah, I'm a re-gift.
1st and 10. And Thomas drags with him Chris Jones for 4 yards. So here are the Dolphins. They come out. They force a 3-and-out by New England to start the quarter. Their offense is moving the first time it has it,
right,
but fails to make the field goal, and ever since then they have been disintegrating.
Well, you get back to what you did to start the game. And what's that? Just what we saw on that first down run. And we talk all this stuff about NFL football and what you've got to be physical up front. The Dolphins were in the first half. They got to get back to that.
2nd and 6. And that's a completion to Deion Sims for 4 yards. We've got an update. James Brown has the story in New York.
Drew Brees on fire.
I'll tell you, it's his 4th touchdown pass of the day, and to his trusty tight end, Jimmy Graham. That's 342 touchdown passes by Drew Brees, tied for 5th with Fran Tarkenton. Happy birthday to Phil Simms. What's his 60th?
I once asked him how much does he need. Boomer, he says, I need more. Back to Jim Nance.
He always needs more.
Yeah.
All right, Boomer, good shot there.
Don't be stealing my lines. That's my line. You know, how much money do you need? More.
Brees, by the way, now just one back of Brady on that list. 3rd and 2.
Well, here they come again.
Tannehill's pass almost picked off, and it would have been clear sailing for the 2nd straight week for Logan Ryan.
It would have been. They show the blitz, they do blitz, and they're reading the quarterback from behind. And look at that. It is exactly what they wanted. The quick throw into the flat. And Ryan just misses. He got there too quick. Pretty evident New England's going to blitz passing situations against the Dolphins.
Here's Fields into the wind, and a one-hopper 43-yard punt picked up by Edelman, and a 12-yard run back, and New England set up in prime position. There is a flag, though, back at the 42.
Really good job by Edelman.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 43, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
And we've got a Dolphin injured on that punt coverage. It's Stanford, R.J. Stanford.
I love punt returners who do make plays just like there's Ebner, the block in the back. That's a good call.
Stanford wiped out by Nate Ebner, and his leg got twisted. Not able to walk off to the sideline. The penalty will spot the football back at the 33. First down, here's the toss, Ridley. Ridley looking for a lane. And the Dolphins don't allow it. Only one.
Yeah, good job that time. 79, Shelby stays in his position on the outside. Nowhere to cut back to. Dolphins deep on the defensive line. They can rotate about 8 guys in there who can get it done.
Let's look at the difference today in third quarter performance for New England. 2nd and 9, and a good fake here. Brady tosses it down the sideline, wide open. It's Dobson, who caught a touchdown earlier this quarter, and he's got 26 with that one.
Great timing on the blitz, but they do not get there. Here's the coverage. Little push in the back. That's what Dimitri Patterson is saying. And Tom Brady, I don't know if he meant to throw it behind the receiver, but if he did, that was the best play of the game by him.
And that's the longest play for either side in this game. And 1st and 10, another fake. And a pass back left through the hands of Gronkowski.
You know, as I saw that last throw, Jim, I'm going to go back to something I said to you early in the third quarter. If it was me, I would take the win in the third quarter. Tom Brady, that throw that he made to Dobson, I don't know if he could have done that into the win.
Gronkowski with 38 touchdowns in 45 career games. That's 2 behind a couple of luminaries, Rice and Moss. This toss, and it's Dobson. Now, you know, we opened up the game talking about Brady, and what you saw is a swollen hand on the passing hand. But you also saw him warming up, and you didn't notice any difference in his throwing. No, he was throwing it. He threw it awesome in warm-up, so it was just something we wanted to be alerted to. We've watched. He does keep that right hand in that pouch as much as he can, but throwing the football, I have seen nothing that tells me that hand is bothering him. 3rd and 5. Now launches it down the field to Gronkowski, and incomplete. That was an awesome play by Gronkowski and Brady. It's like what you see to Calvin Johnson. Throw it up there. Give him a chance. 4th and 5 coming up. How many times, though, have you seen Gronkowski, even with this many people on him, come down with the catch? He's got that brace on his left arm. And a good job.
The quarterback was in the pocket. Holding, number 24, defense. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
My goodness, the flag that no one saw came late. I did not see it. Dobson against Patterson. Okay, you make the call, I'll make it for you. That's a bad call. It was inside the 5-yard line where you can hit them. It was quick. Dobson fell down. So a new set of downs, automatic first at the 30. Brady, all kinds of time. Has time to go to the end zone to Gronkowski. This time, he's got it for the touchdown. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, number 77, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Called on Nate Solder. What a throw, what a catch. Not to just left tackle, Nate Solder, 77. Going against Vernon. Anytime it just seems he's got those hands inside, Jim. How about this catch? This is what we were talking about. How many times have we seen Gronkowski come down with those mitts of his? You can't believe that the ball was going to be, how high he got up. When he threw the football, I thought Tom Brady was throwing it out of the back of the end zone. Again, gave Gronkowski a chance. He makes it, but again, it is downwind. That throw could not have happened in the other direction. Gronkowski out for the snap, 1st and 20. There's Brady's throw over the head of Amendola. That wants another flag. They don't get it. And we've got another Patriot lineman down. Slow to get up. Dan Connolly. Boy, you know, we're all trained, aren't we? You hear the crowd. If the defender's even close to the receiver, everybody gets excited. It's got to be pass interference. Yep. And, of course, I really am the opposite. I think you've got to allow the defensive backs to have a little more contact and at least give them a chance.
Reload.
It's 2nd and 20 with 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ridley gets a big chunk of it back to the 30. Running behind Matthew Mulligan. Picks up 10. Well, one thing we haven't heard, Cameron Wake's name. Let's don't forget he's going against Marcus Cannon, a backup
not able to take advantage of
This is the
cannon
first
and get to the
Charge
quarterback.
timeout.
Timeout called by New England. Interesting. They'll stay with the wind. They'll have a downwind throw, presumably,
right.
with 3rd and 10 coming up.
Not only a downwind throw, if it's incomplete,
downwind
they kick,
field goal, right?
There we go. As you look at the flags on top of the goalpost, it's picked up. And I can tell, look, I threw a lot of passes downwind at Giant Stadium, and on windy days, when you throw it downwind, that ball hangs in the air and will glide and slide for you into the wind. It unravels and ends up very short. That was a really awesome. Bill Belichick is great at looking at the weather and making decisions. He did it as assistant with the Giants and all of his years as a head coach.
Gronkowski back on the field, 3rd and 10. And the pass incomplete. In and out of the hands of Amendola. Should have been caught. And Brady's not happy about it.
Yeah, just I said it earlier, but we talked about it, and Boomer made reference to it at halftime. The outside passing game, just not able to throw those sideline routes like that against one-on-one coverage. I don't know if Tom Brady's mad at Amendola or himself. Probably a little of both.
It's going to be a 48-yard field goal attempt by Gostowski for the lead. And the Gostowski kick, playing the wind, is good. 17 unanswered points.
Had a little bit of a funny look to it, like, well, no, it's end over end. Well, he gets to practice up here every day, and Jim, you and I know we've been up here many times for practice in this stadium. Seems like game day gets nicer, but practice, we sit over there and freeze because the wind is always blowing hard. Of course, you know, you have those big coats and earmuffs on and gloves and a blanket wrapped around.
Come on, I'm toughing it out. We can talk about it if you want on Wednesday night. This week in the NFL.
Talk about you? Okay.
Yeah. The show the pros watch. JB, Phil, Chris Collinsworth, with all the artistry of NFL films coming up inside the NFL.
Now, I'm going to straighten this up because you guys are always making, you know why we're laughing? Because we sabotage James Brown. That's why. Because he's always behind, egging things on, kind of like you. So one time, Chris and I, we set him up and threw it back on him. That's why we were having a good laugh.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're both good at it.
JB's doing his job.
That's it.
And he does it exceptionally well. So, New England with its first lead of the game. 17 unanswered with the wind in this quarter. But Miami will have the favor of it coming up in just a few seconds. They'll have to run a play from the 21st.
Well, my guess or my thought would be run the football and get this quarter over with. Because if you throw it and it's incomplete, you might have to throw it again into the wind.
The last time Miami came up here and won a game at New England was 2008 when they unveiled the Wildcat. And Ronnie Brown ran for 4 touchdowns.
Go, go!
They do run it with Miller for 3. But quarter number 3 belonged to the hometown team here. New England takes the lead at 20-17. You're watching the NFL on CBS. All right, we go to the 4th frame with New England leading at 20-17. And Miami now faces a 2nd and 8 after seeing its 14-point lead disappear. Over to Wallace, and that'll be a first down. Working on Marquise Cole and his coverage.
Well, now that you got that little breeze behind you, I'll tell you, I'm not making a big deal of this win. Well, I am. You know why? Because it is a big deal. Because it makes it easier to throw these routes outside. It gives a quarterback a little bit of confidence. and you don't have to guide the ball and worry about it like you do throwing into the ropes.
On first down, it's Miller. And he is all the way out to the 43, a gain of 11 and another first.
Man, that's good blocking on that side. McKinney incognito. And good job there picking it up. Agnew looked like a missed block, and he's the fullback and gives Miller a chance to run upfield and get the first down.
Miller ran right out of a shoe, so Thomas comes in to replace him. Miller with a career high 80 yards. It's the most by any Dolphin running back this year in a game, 80. And on first down, back over in the area of Wallace. And what about Mike Wallace? As you see Tannehill limping around a little bit. We met with Wallace last night. Of course, he was the most expensive free agent acquisition of the offseason.
I think he got stepped on that time by, couldn't tell which one of Thomas stepped on him. Yeah, but Wallace, Jim, when you talk about him, I think they need to design more plays just for him to show his speed off. That's what he is. Go deep across the field, down the field.
On 2nd and 10. Back over to Clay, and the Dolphins move the chains again. That's Hightower, who has a hold of him and pushes him out, but not until 11 yards are gained.
Well, what they're doing, here comes the blitz again from this side. It's what caused the sack and the fumble and really changed this game around. But now the Dolphins, they have that pass protection squared away. Beautiful throw, good route by Clay. Well, I tell you, Clay was kind of a in-between running back, fullback, move kind of tight end, but now he can line up on the line of scrimmage and get it done.
Miller back in.
Two inside linebackers, that scares you. Make a check to make sure you can pick it up.
Tannehill floats it down for Wallace, and it is an intercepted. They say Cole has the feet down. How about McCourty tapping the ball to his teammate?
What a play. That is beautiful. The football hangs in the air. McCourty knows he can't get down.
Oh, the back of that heel. I'm not sure at one point if it wasn't out. Welcome back to volleyball at Gillette Stadium, as McCourty taps it to his teammate Marquise Cole, who was never out and got the feet down for the interception. Although it's still being reviewed upstairs, as all turnovers are automatically reviewed and need to be validated, but there's nothing there that suggests it can be taken away.
What a job. Bill Belichick always talking about McCourty, how smart he is. What a presence to know that he's not going to be able to bring it down, Jim, and tips it up in the air. It's close, definitely in bounds. Both feet all the way down.
Marquise Cole's a little bit of a unsung hero too in this secondary for New England. Started to make plays late in the year last year out of Northwestern.
Yep, did it last week. Last week he stopped Jeremy Curley in the second half.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called.
Second turnover committed by the Dolphins in this half. Tannehill a fumble, and now he's picked. And the football's at the 18 for the Patriots,
Over 20.
who have the lead at 20-17. Pass complete to Dobson, as Brady threads it in there for a gain of 15.
Nothing wrong with that hand of Tom Brady's. How about this tight throw? Just gets it in. Threw it where he couldn't be hurt either by a tip.
Flag is thrown in as Blunt gets the carry for about 4.
Illegal hands to the face, number 96, defense. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Called on Paul Soliai, and they'll just tack on the additional yardage and put the football at the 41. Dobson, meanwhile, is showing why the Patriots invested in a second-round draft pick for him. 4 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown, all coming in the second half.
Big, strong, can catch the football in the crowd.
That's Blunt. Still going to the Miami 40. And Ryan Wendell opened up the middle for 19.
Yeah, the whole inside of the offensive line, Wendell, Mankins, and Connolly, they get it done, and that's why Blunt, big, powerful runner, takes advantage of it.
Wasting no time, and it's Blunt again. And he's got 7 more, maybe 8. This time it was Marcus Cannon and Dan Connolly.
What a job by the Patriots, what rhythm and they've had here in the second half, now making plays, changed it around. Their offensive line is now being the aggressor and winning the battle up front, and the hurry up. No matter how much you practice it, seems to catch everybody a little bit by surprise.
59's the mic. Hard. 59's the mic. Help. Nope.
2nd and 2. Brady in trouble, and he's down at the 36. It was Vernon first to get to him.
And then Wilson, the defensive back, gets in there too. Coming from the outside, it's supposed to be a quick throw. When you look to a quick throw and it's not there, you can't really relocate and look again on the other side of the football. Or the other side of the field.
It is 3rd and 5.
Roll it. Roll it. Wait, 20.
It goes to the ground. Bolden backed up. Fine job by that Miami defensive front. Randy Starks and others.
Yeah, Randy Starks and Donnell Ellerby really diagnosed the play right away. Got to stay on the field. Looks like the Patriots are going to go for it.
4th and 4 it'll be. Of course, going into that gusty wind, it would be a 52-yard field goal attempt into the wind. They're going to go for it instead, 4th and 4, or try to draw the Dolphins off. Here they go with Brady escaping the heat and falls for the first down.
Well, it was a good decision to go for it, not just because he scrambles. The pressure or the coverage down the field is excellent. 3 guys rushing the quarterback. And Tom Brady finally realizes nobody's going to get open, takes off. How about that run for the first down?
From the 27 and first down run. LeGarrette Blunt for 3 more.
Shows you what happens. The Patriots offense has been on the field, and now you see the fatigue, what it does to players. You hear it all the time. As you run more plays on the offensive side, your chances of having greater success go up as each play, because of the defense is going to be tired, doesn't react as fast.
Cameron Wake is not in on that defensive line for Miami for this snap. 2nd and 7.
51, solid. 59's the mic. Up, go.
Brady looking for a second option. And from behind, he gets walked. The ball is out, and it's pushed toward the midfield and recovered by Solder. Oh, you could see that coming.
They could call this. Let's see what they call it. Could they call a penalty on the Dolphins for illegally
swatting the ball?
Swatting the football.
It's Jimmy Wilson. Watch 27 come from behind. And a flag was just now thrown. Looked like Vernon was the one who tapped it back toward midfield.
Yep. They called it.
illegal batting of the ball forward, number 50 of the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Can you imagine that? You knock the ball out of the hands of the quarterback, and it's recovered all the way back at about the 47, but instead it's going to be a 10-yard step off.
Well, Jim, and as I saw the play happen live, I must admit, I thought this was, it's blatantly slapping the football. I thought it was a penalty.
The football goes all the way down to the 13.
Pull down.
A lot of big calls against Miami today.
That's a 34-yard difference. And that's blocked. Wrapped up by Ellerby.
You know, as I watch this, here they go in the hurry up. You got to pressure the line of scrimmage. Blitz the quarterback more. Get up there to stop the run.
Blunt again, man. Blunt is down at the 1. He's had an impressive game, LeGarrette Blunt, the former Buccaneer, for 5 yards on that carry.
This hurry-up run game has really hurt Miami here in the second half.
And when you get around the goal line, no one's ever ready for this, it seems.
Well, they're watching for the quarterback sneak. Don't run it.
Instead, it's Blunt. And he is shoved back by Misi and others.
That's what you do. They knew the tendency, Jim. You're right. We always see the quarterback sneak or the quick handoff, either one. So get up in there in the gaps and dare them to throw it. Josh McDaniel, offensive coordinator. Patriots have many, what I want to call plays to get in here. In other words, picks. Here comes movement.
Ridley getting behind Brady, 2nd and goal. And it is Ridley. Ridley runs it in for the touchdown.
Well, they've had some good breaks today, but what a turnaround by the Patriots. And they really, Jim, when you look at it, yes, the blitzing on the defensive side, but we talked about the unit on their team that's got to lead this team and drive it. That's the offensive line. They've won the battle here in the second half up front.
And it's good after being down 17-3 at halftime. Second half, 24-0 New England. All started on this drive with the interception by Cole and topped by the Ridley touchdown run.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx One Rate. Simple flat rate shipping with the reliability of FedEx. McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by Cadillac.
Patriot fans who had nothing to cheer about for the first 2 quarters have come to life here with this big second half showing. Tannehill and the Dolphins.
You know, Jim, we've done a lot of games, but this might be the biggest turnaround that we've seen in a long time.
Yep. Tannehill now 10 down. Second half miscues by the Dolphins. All started with the missed field goal. A couple of giveaways, a couple of sacks allowed, and of course that huge illegal touch penalty we just saw.
There's been some huge penalties in today's game. I'd like to get a copy of that speech that Dante Scarnecchia, the offensive line coach, made to those Patriots at halftime.
Good count from the 3. McCourty has hold of him at the 27. Still 7 minutes to go here at Gillette Stadium. This is Miami in the second half. And that first drive of the second half looked a lot like what we saw from them in the first half. They got it all the way down inside the 20 and paced to 2nd and 2. There was a big sack of Tannehill, which forced a longer field goal try, which bounced off of the upright. And ever since that time, it's been all New England.
You got to look at, you need 2 scores to tie or win this game, and you only have time for 2 possessions, so you have to be aggressive.
Ball bounced around, look out, and it's incomplete. Almost caught on the rebound by Spikes.
Not spread the field. When you get 5 wide receivers out there, it usually means a short pass. The throw gets to the body of Hartline and kicks it up in the air. Not that this is a scientific survey, Jim, but I checked my messages during the commercial. Everybody disagreed with me. They said he was trying to recover that ball instead of batting it. I disagree with them.
Here's a 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. I will say this on the slow motion replay. If he was trying to draw the ball into him on a recovery, his hands were reaching out as far as they could, and it hit the outer tips of his hand. Of course, it would look like it had been batted, but he may have been just trying to pull it in as it was running away from him.
That is possible. Here's the play we're talking about that really turned the game around.
If you're trying to pull it in,
that's a good. Yep. As you look at it again,
I mean, I thought live he had batted it. I thought on the replay it was a bad call. There have been 2 really bad calls against Miami today. Both have gone against them. That interference call in the first half and that one, which was worth about 30-something yards. Remember, the ball had been recovered back at the 47.
Oh, yeah, it's a touchdown. They're not going to score the touchdown, that's for sure, I think, in that situation. All right, I think this is how you got to look at it, too. Let's look at it full speed and then make a decision.
There's no way he could get his right hand on that football. He can only, as the ball's escaping him here, he's trying here, reaching out. Boy, that looked to me like it was an attempt to try to pull it in, not bat it. What do you think?
Well, it's a tough call. I'm going to go with what I said originally. When I saw it live, I'm going to let my eyes do it full speed. I thought he batted the ball, but I can see it's a debate either way. But the big thing is here, 3rd and 10. Be ready for the blitz if you're the Miami Dolphins with 6:59 to go. And you just used a huge timeout. You got to make this play count.
After 2 incompletions, Tannehill in trouble. He got from behind. Now he's going to run with it. He's got room to pick up the first, and he has it.
That's an awesome job. He didn't force the throw down the field, and I said this at the beginning of the game. I just wish he'd do this more because he can run with the football well. Nice job of stepping up and kept 2 hands on the football, and he makes it look easy. Let's don't forget, he was a wide receiver his first couple years at Texas A&M. And when he was a quarterback, he ran with the football a lot and was extremely effective.
On 1st and 10. There's Miller waiting for something to open up. And his patience pays off for 9.
That's not an overused phrase when you say patience as a running back. And he has shown it today, and I am impressed. Got good quick speed, can go inside, and of course, can run outside with his speed.
Second and 1. Tannehill has a first down. That is Matthews with the catch. Picks up 4. No Arrington in the secondary for the Patriots. He suffered a groin injury on the last defensive series.
Sideline, Joe Philbin really saying, come on, get up to the line of scrimmage and go. Look at the clock. Know the situation of the game.
First down from the New England 48. And Tannehill not going to get away this time. It's Logan Ryan coming up for the 2nd time from the secondary in this half.
Yeah, but watch the big guy come in the middle with Spikes, and this is what makes him double clutch because they're at his feet, and that allows Logan Ryan and Spikes at his feet to get there to make the sack. So the size and just trying to overrun the blocker by Spikes gets it done.
And Chris Jones was in on the play as well.
Boy, the blitzing has been the difference for this defense in the second half, and here we come again.
2nd and 18, and no one close to that one. This time Dane Fletcher knocked Tannehill down.
Yeah, why stop? It's working. And then when you don't get there, the passes have been incomplete. Fletcher on the inside, pressure again on the outside. Stephen Gregory, the defensive lineman, not doing the job getting to the quarterback today for the Patriots. So the linebackers and defensive backs have come into play.
Tannehill's been sacked 3 times on the game, all of them coming in this half. Now a 3rd and 18. Got to get all the way to the New England 38. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Ninkovich. And a flag is out in the middle of the field near the 50.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
Ends up being a break for the Dolphins this time, so they'll get the replay of the down, but it'll be 3rd and 23.
Yeah, it's a good break by them, Jim, but what happens if you're going to spread this offense out like they have? They can't get the edge blockers sometimes. So when he catches the football, there's going to be a free runner at him, and then it just immediately takes out all throws to the side of the free runner.
We've got 2 plays to pick up 23 yards. Sidearm throw to Wallace. Walker's in front. Wallace. Here comes the speed. Wallace has the 1st down.
What a call. What a call. The Patriots, they blitz again, and they have the perfect call on. Jonathan Martin out in front leading the way. How about that? The center, Pouncey, from the center position, gets out and gets a block on the screen.
Pouncey and Charles Clay both helped that go for 25.
Can't take a sack.
And on 1st down. Across the middle, and it's caught by Hartline. For another 1st down at the New England 22.
You got to be talking to your quarterback. Know the situation. Don't take a chance. A field goal is just as good as a touchdown here. So tell him to be careful.
Hartline's 4th catch. New set of downs. Tannehill batted down. This time it's both Villano and Ninkovich were in the area. Get a hand on it. Next Sunday, doubleheader week on CBS. Kansas City, Buffalo to many of you early. We'll be back here at Gillette Stadium as the Steelers come to town to take on the Patriots. All gets started with the NFL today, next Sunday, noon Eastern time.
I say you got to throw one down the field. All these short passes. Now you got the Patriots D-line. Everybody's jumping and no room to throw the football.
3:49 to go. Miami has 2 timeouts and needs 2 scores. 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that's a completion to Matthews for 7. Now, if you don't pick up the 1st down here, you still need the 2 scores. You would go ahead and kick the field goal.
No second guessing there. Boy, if you went for it on 4th here and didn't get something done, it'd be an awfully hot press conference.
3rd and 3. Trouble. And Ninkovich has hold of him back at the 21.
Well, they're close enough now where the sack might not hurt them, but they were coming to Tannehill's left on the blitzes. So what do? They switch it around. Now they get to the other side. Nobody there to block Ninkovich. Pass protection scheme really getting exposed against the Dolphins here in the second half.
4th sack it is by New England of the half. 39 yards a must by Sturgis. And the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. And recovered by Gregory. It looked like it may have been Chandler Jones who got a hand on it. Marquise Cole, I believe.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Try the Tuscan Chicken Melt $6 footlong special today. And by Mercedes-Benz and the all-new CLA.
And we're back here in New England, and the first blocked field goal by the Patriots since they got one against Miami back in 2010, and it was Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones worked on his hand speed, all that stuff during the offseason, paid off.
And that's Ridley for three. He worked on the hand speed, working with his brother, of course, is a big MMA guy, Bones Jones, light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, John Jones, his brother. 6 title defenses, but Chandler Jones, Miami is unraveled in the second half in so many ways. Almost fortunate to be down there third and very long the screen. But you know what it is, Jim? And it's easy to sit up here after I've seen it, but the Patriots know how to play under pressure. They don't always come through, but they can play when the pressure's on. Miami's trying to learn to do that. They have a young quarterback. Their team is still forming to what they hope it'll be. And we just saw a veteran, grizzled team that's been in many battles just fight to the end.
Miami's just used its second timeout. Here's a 2nd and 7 with Ridley. And he stopped a couple of yards short. Picks up 5. 2 missed field goals in the second half. A couple of turnovers, 4 sacks allowed, but everything was going the Dolphins' way up until this point right here. At 17-3, trying to go up 3 scores. And the 47-yard field goal try was no good. New England drove right off of that and scored and was back in less than 2 minutes later. The Subway postgame show is coming up with JB, Dan, Shannon Boomer, and Coach Cowher. All coming up after the game on the Subway postgame show. Third and 3. And Miami makes the stop. That's Ellerby. Ellerby stops him short. It'll be 4th and 1.
You know what you learn when you play the Patriots in a game like this? It's not over. Miami still can have a great comeback, but you learn they are willing to play for the whole 60 minutes.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. 27-17 New England. You're watching the NFL on CBS. JB, Dan, Shannon Boomer, Coach Cowher, all the latest NFL scores and highlights. All the early action and stories coming up. Now the Dolphins in danger of dropping a 4th in a row. Just 2 minutes to go and no timeouts. Down 2 scores.
We're going to talk about it. Of course, no chance the Patriots would go for it here. 4th and short. You punted away 2 scores. If you gave it to them here, it'd be crazy.
Ryan Allen's punt. Their catch made by Thigpen. Here's just a little montage of what went wrong for Miami in the second half. And then Chandler Jones on the block.
You know, as you look at all these miscues and some tough penalties went against the Dolphins today too, the offensive line, it didn't really break down. The scheme did more. In other words, the Patriots figured out by blitzing, they got some guys that could come in on the quarterback unblocked, and he took advantage of it.
1st and 10, and now for the 5th time of this half, Tannehill is sacked. This time Dane Fletcher.
And all the one-on-one coverage around the field today, the Dolphins just haven't separated as much as you would like them to. Controlled in the first half, a lot of short throwing, but now nobody can seem to get away from the guy covering him.
2nd and 17. Now Tannehill That's ruled incomplete.
No prevent defense here.
Joe Milano was chasing after him. This was the first down sack by Fletcher.
Yeah, again, the pocket's pretty good. It is collapsing a little faster than you wanted to, but the initial look by Tannehill down the field, nobody was open. That was clear. And Ninkovich and all of them, they just keep pressing the pocket and get to the quarterback.
The incompletion stops the clock at 1:16. And make it number 6. And Chris Jones.
Yeah, now it's falling apart. Chris Jones, number 94, does a little spin move on Richie Incognito. That might be the first spin move he's done in his professional career. Good run stopper. How about that? Chris Jones comes in there after the injuries. Has been a solid contributor for this defense.
He was
front.
drafted by the Texans this year in the 6th round. They cut him. Picked up by Tampa. They cut him. I think both teams would have liked to reconsider. He's now got 4.5 sacks in an abbreviated stint here in New England. And a timeout called by the Patriots with 40 seconds to go and a 4th and 24.
Now, he might have done that spin move, Jim, but I've watched a lot of games. I haven't seen him in there doing that, but that was pretty awesome that he did it.
Hey, Miami's going to have to turn around with a very short week and take on the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday night.
And the Bengals defensive line,
They'll be ready to add to their sack total.
Yep, they can cover people down the field and they will blitz. The Bengals might have the best depth in the NFL when it comes to rushing the passer.
You saw Coach Belichick. Congratulations to him. He's now, with this win, it's going to put him exactly 100 wins over 500, all things in his career. His stint at Cleveland, his time here, regular season and postseason, 2-11 and 1-11. Only Don Shula and George Halas had 100 games over 500 or better.
Wow.
And meanwhile, Miami's about to do something that we haven't seen in the league since back in 2002. A team that wins its first 3 games and then drops its next 4. New England did that last in 2002. Just adding 5 seconds onto the clock. Well, actually a little more than that.
I'll tell you, emotionally, Jim, this is going to be a tough one for the Miami Dolphins. It is. To dominate the way they did, to stop New England the opening drive of the second half, to march down the field or get in field goal range, or maybe score, and you miss the field goal, and then it's all over after that. And protecting the quarterback is still an issue after this second half.
From the goal line, only Patriots back there, and another pick. Picked off by Harmon. Duron Harmon, rookie from Rutgers.
Well, no receiver got down there that deep, and you know what? I wouldn't have thrown it. I know he's doing what he's just heave it up there and hope your guys can get there, but where are the receivers? Nobody's even close. And you know why you wouldn't throw it, Jim? Because it's just going to add on to the turnovers and becomes a bigger part of the story.
We talked about Miami's short week. Cincinnati on Thursday. For New England next Sunday, hosting the Steelers going into the bye. Coming out of the bye at Carolina, and then Peyton and Denver will be coming in here November 24th. Well, they found a way to do it today after getting thumped in the first half.
Yeah, even Bill Belichick smiled a little at that time, knowing that, hey, they've come back and turn it around the way they did. And, of course, the big thing, Tom Brady answered those questions about his hand. And he needed to. He made some special throws today.
He's got a smile on his face as his team climbs to 6-2 on the season. Miami drops to 3-4. Not a happy homecoming for Coach Joe Philbin. 7 straight wins by the Patriots over the Dolphins. 27-17, blanking them in the second half. Let's go to James Brown in New York.